Hi, my name's Rob McIntyre and I'm the very proud CEO and President of Mitsubishi Motors Australia Limited. This is a very great company and it's really founded on the 3 P's that make an organisation what it is. And they are people, people and people. And this team here that we have at Mitsubishi is something very, very special. They're a very proud, committed and distinguished team that have achieved extraordinary heights. I've had the opportunity in my career to work at different plants around the world, whether it's been Europe or the US or here in Australia. And I have to say the team here, all of you, are one of the best teams I've had the honour to work for. And I'm very, very proud of what we've achieved at this company. Although we'll be ceasing production, local production here, Mitsubishi will grow in the future. It has a very strong product line and it will be very, very successful. And I want all of you to feel proud about that success and be able to say with pride that you were part and are part of that team. So now it gives me great pleasure to hand over to Nick Marciano, who's going to run this program and introduce you to other key people in the organisation. And I wish you all the very best for the future. Nick,
thank you, Robert. Thank you very much. We'll take up this challenge and with enormous passion, as we normally do in our organisation. But before we actually move, I'd like us to walk out into the executive suite and start to meet some of the members of our executive team.
Well, g'day everybody. Well, this is where we have our daily meeting up here with the operations team. We've got all the key players here, starting from the plant, of course, the young, lovely Mr. Marciano, followed by Mr. Chris Hall. Over here on my right is my director, Yokoi-san.
Hi.
David Tansel, in charge of quality and engineering. Rob Dahl, in charge of purchasing and production control. And the orchestra maestro himself, Mr. Pratt, in charge of project management. So on a daily basis we're meeting here, going through all the results of the performance for the day from the production side of things, along with making sure that we've got all the parts. But more recently, what I would like to do today is to take this opportunity to talk about us as in the operations team. A few years ago we put together operations to be a one central operating centre in charge of manufacturing the best car that we build, the 380. A few years ago we put together all the processes that we needed to do to make it work. We employed additional people to assist with the erection of all the new facilities. So we put in great facilities. We put in very, very good and brand new processes. But what really makes it work is you, the people. Without the people, we would be nothing. We wouldn't have won the awards such as Best Vehicle Built in Australia. Nor would have we won the many awards from the paint shop, body shop, machine change competition, and there's many, many more that can go on. So from me and all the team here, we want to wish you all the very best with what you do in your future. We believe we have set you in a good stead. Mitsubishi is a learning experience. Nick uses that philosophy every day. And we feel that every one of you that have come here in the last few years have learnt continuously. You're a real asset to us and you'll be an asset to wherever you go. We wish you all the very best. Ciao.
Good morning, Dave. How are you? We're currently with David Tansel. He's the General Manager Corporate Quality Assurance and Engineering. David's group plays an important part in driving the plant to achieve the quality level that it's been renowned for. I'd like to ask David what our quality level is at the moment, and maybe you can share a bit of information as to how this data is collected and is used to drive us to achieve this level. Dave?
Yeah, thanks, Nick. The PS41 quality level, by all measures, is the best it's ever been. As you know, when we launched the car, we launched at the best. We had the best quality launch we've ever had of any car we've launched. It's only got better. In that time, we've passed all our targets, and by both the measures we use, which is the audit at the end of the line, the car is well under its target level and getting better all the time. And in the field, our market measurements have indicated that it is the best quality large car in the Australian market, or the best Australian built car in the market. It came into the market as that, and it's only got better with the recent results we've been able to see.
It's unfortunate, but nevertheless, since we launched this vehicle, it's been rated as the best quality vehicle in the marketplace in its segment.
CQA, Corporate Quality Assurance, one of its prime functions is to measure the quality of the vehicle and to confirm its quality as it comes from the plant. And we do that in a couple of ways. We audit vehicles on a daily basis, and secondly, we review surveys that are performed in the general public to determine what the public's acceptance of the vehicle is in the marketplace. And thirdly, there's we deal with field quality problems. So we're happy to say that the car, as it's being built at the moment, is at the best quality level it's ever been. In fact, it's the best quality level car that we've ever built, and so we'll be leaving the market with a bang and leaving a target behind us that nobody else has managed to meet.
I've got to say, Dave, for me and people in the plant, it is extremely difficult that we can't or haven't been able to share this information with the public at large. But in our mind, we know that since its launch, we have achieved the best quality level of a car in its segment. Dave, unfortunately, we've left off half of your other important role, and that is the engineering group. Why don't we go out and have a look and see what some of these people actually do at the design stage?
The engineering group, the other part of my team out here, are involved at the front end of the product in the design and the development of new products. And they've been a long-standing group within the company who've designed many major products and had a very major input into the most recent product, the PS41. So in a large part, their expertise and their involvement with MMC is what's helped us achieve the quality levels that we've been able to achieve with this vehicle. And in addition to that, they've also done important work for other models. So for example, there are people out here that actually designed the rear end body of the GS41 Lancer. So at various periods of time, we've actually been able to contribute to the entire Mitsubishi organisation with our expertise, both in design ways and also with people in other parts. I'm with Lindsay Ridge, who's the Manager of Accessory Development. Lindsay, perhaps you'd like to tell us what you're doing here and how you got here.
Basically, currently I manage our accessories development group here in engineering. We're responsible for our full range of accessories, not just for the 380, but our imported vehicles. Been with Mitsubishi for too many years, far too many. I've actually started in Chrysler days back in 1970. Majority of the time spent within engineering here. One of the best parts, I think, of working here has been the camaraderie between all the engineers and drafters. We've worked well as a team. Whenever the pressure's been on to meet tight timelines, we've all step up, and it's been good.
This is Matt Maynard, who's the Manager of Quality Audit for CQA, and Matt, like many of the people in this area, has come from other areas and moved into the quality side of into the corporate quality side of the business.
Now I find myself 20 years later sitting up in corporate quality as the Manager of Quality Audit, where our main function is to audit the vehicles to certain specifications. So I've probably been one of the lucky ones within Mitsubishi. In 20 years I've had several different jobs, and it's always been a step up.
I'm here with Paul Fuller. Paul's involved in the design engineering side of the business.
I started here as an apprentice many years ago. Actually, I applied for the job when it was Chrysler's, and I was employed during the changeover. So I actually started as a Mitsubishi worker back in 1981, and after serving my apprenticeship and doing a bit of trade work, I found myself up here in product design. And back down in the archives, we've still got some of the very old drawings. This one's here is a utility coupe from 1950. So they didn't have our CAD packages back then, so we had to break out the pencils and do them the old way, of course. And as you can see, some of the drawings back in those old days were real works of art, and they're very skilled people that prepared those drawings for us. So.
A lot of people often wonder where all the parts are made, whether they're made in a plant or come from overseas. Behind me, there's a group of people that make it all happen. These are the people that control the delivery of the parts to the line, to the stores, and so on. With me this morning, I have Mr. Rob Dale, Supply General Manager, and some of his members.
Good morning, how are you? I'd like to introduce my team from supply and production control.
My name's Ron Jekyll. I'm in charge of the operations group. Our job is to make sure we get the parts supplied to the line side, to make sure the vehicles come off the line with full complement of parts.
My name's Damien Chico. I'm the manager of production control. We have our group in this area here. We look after the bill of material, the forecasting for all the parts, and then the procurement side of bringing the parts into the factory. Alongside me, I've got Steve Hurst, who's been a valued member of our team, and I think he's got a few words to say about the company.
Yeah, basically I've looked after the system side of the business as far as production control is concerned for the last 10 odd years, including the introduction of SAP. And basically we're the nerve centre. If the systems don't work, then we don't call parts up, we don't build cars. So pretty important environment to work in, and I've been really happy about doing it for the last 10 years.
It's Phil Hope, I'm the manager of logistics. I'd like to introduce you to one of our team members of the logistics department, Peter Hyde, who'll just give you a run through of what we're responsible for in logistics.
G'day, how you going? Look, we're not only responsible for the transport of parts to line side to build the vehicle, but we also look after vehicle transport contracts and also shipping contracts.
We're responsible for supplying parts into the plant. Like Nick Marciano, we're very good. We've got 147 suppliers. Value of business of that is about 180 million per year. Suppliers all over the world, Thailand, USA, Malaysia, Japan and so forth.
Thank you.
See ya. Thanks team. After 40 years, goodbye and thanks for the memories.
So this is the finance department. We've got about 27 guys and girls here. Actually, finance used to have over 100 people, and over the years we've whittled it down, but we still provide quite a service to the rest of the organisation. We were looking at the numbers this morning. Actually, 10 people in our group started down in the plant, and we had at least 6 guys have worked in plant finance, so over half of us have either worked in the plant or worked for the plant over the years. So we've got quite a long association with them. This is the complete finance team. This is where it all happens.
My name's Paul Stevenson. I'm Director of Corporate Affairs and Human Resources. I'm standing in front of the Human Resources group here. We're actually responsible for, obviously, a fairly diverse range of activities.
Paul Rositano, Coordinator of HR Services.
Craig Altoffer, Manager of HR Services. We look after the payroll, which is what these people do and what everybody that's worked here has always been interested in.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lutz from the wonderful world of workers' compensation. Over and out.
Norm Sparrow from the same place.
Gary Williams, Security.
Paul Farmer, Manager of Corporate Safety.
Hello, I'm Doug Clutterbuck. I'm the senile member of the team who looks after some of the stuff in HR.
Anna Dewan, Manager of Workplace Development, which is basically learning and development. Thank you.
Sally Mason, I'm an HR Admin Assistant.
Richard Collett, Industrial Relations and Legal Compliance.
Kim Davis from HR Services, I work in payroll.
Hi, I'm Stephen Moyer, Manager Operations HR. I'll work with Richard.
Hello, Vicky Ford, Human Resources attached to the plant, Employee Relations.
Hello, my name's Ali Keane. I look after Human Resources for the Sales and Marketing Division. I've been with Mitsubishi almost 5 years now.
All right, I'm Phil. I work in HR.
Hi, I'm Tony Newman, General Manager of Information Systems, and welcome to the IS department. Here in the IS room, we support, develop and maintain the systems that enable MML people to do their job on a daily basis. In a moment, we'll join and go into the main computer room, which is built 30 or 40 years ago, and at that stage I understand the mainframe took up the entire room. Today our mainframe is about the size of a small wardrobe. As well as this main computer room, we've got satellite rooms around the organisation that handle all the other servers, HR server, CAD, payroll, communications, both internal and external, the sort of things that you rely on a daily basis to do your job, 24/7. But to make these systems work and to keep them operating relies on the people of IS, the people that we're going to meet as we go into the mainframe computer room now.
Let's meet this motley group of people who have been entrusted to investigate many activities to ensure that we have a smooth and happy exit. Along the way, enormous fun as a result of these activities.
Hi, my name's Lenore Fletcher and I manage the Corporate Communications Department here at Mitsubishi. I've only been with the company for 12 months, but in that time I've found it to be just an amazing company to work for with fantastic morale. There's only 3 of us here in the Corporate Communications Department, myself, Rob Chadwick and Hannah Wooler, and we basically take care of communicating with the media. We like to speak to the media as often as possible to get Mitsubishi's story across, particularly the positive story about our product, as often as we can.
G'day. You finally made it into the lion's den, I should say, to manufacturing. This is where it all happens, and I'm very happy that you have made it down here, because this is where some of my people, some real characters, actually perform those processes that put the car together. Why don't we go and have a look? Can I first of all introduce my business unit manager, Adrian Hodges. Adrian is responsible for stamping and tooling, and basically this is the commencement of the process. Adrian.
Yeah. Welcome, Nick, down here. This over here, this is Wayne White. He's the section manager of the tool room. Greg Menards, who's the senior leader hand of the tool room as well. And we've got Mr. Mohan over the other side there looking after the NC1. Basically, this is the tool room down here, and in the tool room, this is where it all starts. Okay? We have the tools that make the parts that make the cars. So today, we're actually looking at this particular die here, ready to make some parts off it so that we can make the cars tomorrow.
Toolmakers, go!
Wesley. Go on! Over there. I don't know what time we're supposed to get started, guys.
Well, very soon.
Yeah, not too bad. Waiting for the call.
Adrian, excuse me. Yeah? How's that tool going? Because the body shop is just about to stop.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't heard. Sorry, I haven't heard. What's going on, Rob?
Under control. Andrew, what's going on? What's happening?
Next week, but what's going on, Greg? It'll be coming out soon, I promise.
Hello, my name's Les Carter. I'm the manager of the body weld shop. What do we do here? We make a great body in white. You can see it here. But this is made up of 570 panels, 400 odd weld studs. We've got 6,000 spot welds. We use 720 welders, 92 robots to make this. But this isn't how we make a great car. It's about the great team we've got, 166 of them.
Yeah, my name's Jason. I've been here for 13 years, team leader for over half of that. And I think the teams here, my guys especially, they're really good. You build up good friendships and relationships with that time. You can't work with guys for 9 hours every day of the week and not develop those friendships.
Jimmy here's our main man in the punting club. He ran it all last year. He's probably one of the best punters in Mitsubishi.
Second to him.
I'd like to introduce Tommy Di Vittorio. He's the CEO of the body shop.
Thanks very much, guys.
You betcha!
No.
Yes. All right, he's a good inspector on the slack conveyor. Finds all those little defects that other people would let go. Good man.
Thanks.
All right.
So, Mel, what's it like to be the last lady to have worked in the welded assembly group? Tell us what it's been like.
Well, I must admit, the guys are really good. I'm a bit of a mother hen to a lot of them, help them out with all their problems, girlfriend problems, cooking problems. But on a whole, they're really a great bunch of guys. I'm going to really, really miss these guys. I really am.
Thanks, Mum. See you, Mitzi.
Guys.
Hello, Kate.
Cheers.
Hi, Maria.
Hi.
Audio, you said it was package.
Hey, Chugga. I want some crackers. That's all, folks.
Best cat.
Someone else has saw
Rock condolences. Screen deployed. What 380? End of the third generation. Bye. See you later.
See you, Mitzi.
Ciao.
Adios.
By now, you would have understood the stamping process that Adrian Hodges has gone through. You would have heard Les Carter go through the welding process. But let me tell you, they'll all tell you that their process is the most important. The gentleman I have with me this morning is Mr. Paul Ransom. He's the business unit manager for the paint shop. He will actually tell you his is the most important process that matters. Paul?
Thank you, Nick. Okay, welcome to the Mitsubishi Motors paint shop, what we still have of it. Yeah, as Nick said, this is the most important process of our operation. When people go to look at their motor car, the first thing they look at is the paint. They're not particularly worried what's inside of it or what's under the bonnet. First up, they'll walk in and they like the colour, they'll go that a little bit further. Carol looks after our office operations. He also looks after the data that we collect. Of course, the paint, we're constantly collecting data for our operations and for our controls of what we do. She's the person who hassles us the most. She's also a fantastic cake runner. She also goes out and picks up all the cakes for the plant as well. So she's good. We call her our cake guru. From this process on, this is where we start our paint shop hands-on operations with all our people. The e-coat is applied after the car comes out of the body shop. That's virtually a part that's controlled by our chemists and our technical people. However, this is where the hands-on operation starts. And these are our people here. They're preparing, checking the car and its coatings as we go through the process. From here, right through this operation is all our sealer operation and our people and our processes. The paint shop's unique in a way. We're inside four walls. So in the summertime, it's not because of our humidity controls and temperatures, so we're operating around about 78-80% humidity all the time. So in the summertime it can be a little bit unpleasant, but in the wintertime it's a magnificent facility because we're still in the 20s and we've got high humidity, so it has those attributes. But again, as I said, we're inside four walls, we've got no windows, so it can be snowing, it can be raining, it can be doing anything outside, and we really don't know until we actually walk outside. So that's unique to our operations. Rick's he's the leader trainer. This is the prime booth you've just been looking at. This bloke controls the prime booth. Right.
We've got 9 spray machines in there. They're not quite the same as your normal spray where you're trying to use the air to atomise it. You're using the speed of the bell cap, which is shaped like a cone, and the paint gets poured in there at regulated speed, and it just atomises up, and it's electrostatic, so it's pulled towards the car, and minimises the loss of paint. That's, and the rest of the guys in here got some tack wipers, spraying inside the doors.
Once have you just seen our primer operation and going through the operations in there, this area here is where this surface now is actually checked out for any defects that may be in the paint. We also look at masking off the black A-frames on the cars, and this before our top coat application. So these guys here, they're responsible for any impurities or any defects in the primer surfacer to be removed before it goes into top coat. I've got here, I've got Paul Misson. Paul is the senior section manager of our paint shop. He's responsible for all the operations of what goes on in here on the shop floor. The chap I have over here is called Max Benzie. He's the senior leader trainer of the quality operations here inside our shop. He looks after all the final coating on our car.
So we've probably got some 8 operators on the line that rectify the cars, and that's their job for the day.
It's a finishing sort of process where you rectify the cars like this fella here's doing. It just nips the dirt out of the cars, and the guys polish them up and buy them off, and then they go up into the storage area ready to go onto the trim line.
2 characters we have on this line. Darren Humphries, senior leader trainer of the ISQC group. He's the one who puts his stamp, his name, his backside on the line if he sends a car out of this shop and it's still got defects in it. So he wears that responsibility. Hoppy over here, this is Max's right-hand man. He's also responsible for the people and also the final operations they do on this line. This bloke's called Cyril. That's not his real name, but we call him Cyril because Cyril's been with us 35 years. Cyril is responsible for our paint controls in our main paint kitchens. All the solvents, adding, temperature controls, the viscos of the paint. Yeah, you talk about characters, Cyril's been around a long time. This group here, this is our paint rectification group. Another area, one of my controls, is our plastics division. And down here we actually paint all our fascias and our other plastic parts that go on the car. Right. Chris is actually, he's a leader trainer here down in plastics, but one of his duties he's doing today looks like he's loading the line. Chris?
Yeah, you load them onto these frames, and then they go up into the wash plant and get cleaned, and then proceed into the booth.
This is one of our plastic painting team down here. I've got Brett, I've got Jason, and I've got this character here. This is Jeff Barber. He's the leader trainer in this environment. Today, first he's on clear coat, all right? And so we're expecting a top job out of this area of the booth today, aren't we, Percy?
Always.
I've got a character over here. This bloke over here, this is Dave Liston, all right?
How you going?
Hey, Dave's renowned for losing his wallet, all right? So today, Dave's part of our inspection group. Dave's actually checking the fascia to make sure there's no impurities and there's no defects on it, so we can actually then send it to the trim line. This bloke, Neville Waite. Neville's the senior leader trainer of this plastics division down here. This gentleman here is Peter Wood. Peter's what, 35 years?
38.
38 years, there you go. He also was come here with the foundations. This group over here is probably the elite of the painting team. These guys are quite skilled at what they do, and they do it very well. They're able to repair the cars without removing the panels and or repair panels within the panel itself. So, John's the senior leader trainer. He actually controls and runs this area.
Yeah, basically what we've got over here, we've got 3 areas what we deal in. Enamel patch, which is the exterior of the vehicles where we put enamel on and put the heater on to bake out the defect. Then we've got the fast paint facility where we do lacquer repairs, which is mainly interiors and things like that. And we also do dent knocking and metal finish without cracking the paint, so we tidy up the cars. And once we've done that, the vehicle goes out and goes to the customer. So yeah, it's a pretty high-tech facility, and we are very proud of what we do here.
We've seen all the shop, we've visited everything, but the controlling body behind all that and making sure our paint is always okay and all the testing belongs to these 2 guys here. This bloke I've got over here, he's Con Malaris. He's our chemist, and he looks after all our paints. Drew Bedford here, he's another lab rat. Both these guys are lab rats, as you can tell. And Drew's is responsible for all our facility operations here in the shop.
We're just about to enter the vehicle assembly group. With me is Kim Tolias, the acting business unit manager. And can I just say, before I hand over to Kim to explain some of the things that he does in his area, the group can be likened to a funnel. A lot of the issues that we build into a product as we build it are captured in Kim's area. So it is a very dynamic group, one that you have to be very fit as a manager to ensure that you can achieve the desired outcomes.
No doubt that you would have seen what the other shops have got to offer. Yes, they do offer us something, but let me tell you, what they give us is a hollow, empty, lifeless body shell. What we do at Vehicle Assembly, we give it its heart, we give it its soul, we give it its character, whether it be an ES or whether it be a sporty VRX or an elegant GT model. You know, that's what we give. And the one common thing that they have is its people, our most valued asset. Here is Scott Ham. He's one of our valued people. Tell us what you do, Scott.
Yeah, I've been working here for about 15 years now, 10 years as a leader trainer. I work in this immediate vicinity, look after about 30-odd people, I guess. We accept the cars from paint shop, and we're the actual platform of this car as it comes down the line. We fit all the wiring harnesses, we fit the IPs, we fit the brake components inside the car, and work with a really great bunch of guys around here, and I guess that's what I'll truly miss.
My name's David Rowe. I've been here for about 11 years here at Mitsubishi. My brother also worked here as well. He was here for about 8-9 years. He met his wife here on the line. They had a relationship here with about 5-6 years. They got married. They've got a child now and everything. And yeah, it was a good thing for them to be here and meet each other here.
My name's Sally Forrestal. I've been here at Mitsubishi now for nearly 16 years. One of the old cut and sew girls. Big transfer when coming from cut and sew over to the line and having to learn how to use power tools and work with the boys, which is totally different after working with women for so many years.
Right, now we have here one of our very, very friendly Mafia family members, Mario Picarello.
G'day, how are you? My name's Mario. I'm the senior leader trainer of Doors Off. Just like to thank Mitsubishi Motors just for looking after my family, my father, my brother that worked here, and myself. And just like to wish everyone a good future. And just remember you're 24/7, zero harm, and respect to you all.
We've just reached the one and only robot within Vehicle Assembly. They call it Jeremy. I'm not quite sure why they do that. It should be called Kim, because before that robot was there, I stood there for 8 years. That was my job. What you just saw then, I could have done a better job. I never left a big lump at the end there, just by the way. And by the way, he is not getting a payout.
G'day. I'm Mark Dorset. I've been here for about 12 years working with the tyre machine. This facility behind us is the new one, and the old one, made in-house, used to cause a lot of damage. But this one here, state of the art, does most things automatically and takes one operator to look after it.
My name's Andy Maynell. I've been here for 10 years. This is the engine section, AVD2. A lot of people would believe that we start building a car in the press shop or at Station 1, but that's not true. We start up here with the engine. This is engine select. The operator here, he starts the ball rolling. We build the engine. The engine goes down here to the QC gate.
Hello.
How long have you been here, Dwayne?
5 years.
5 years. What are you going to do after this?
Hopefully find a job in the mining industry.
After we build all these engines down the engine line, they get to this point here. This is a QC station. They go up and above to our buffers up here, and then they're dropped below onto the K-frames, and they travel down to this point over down here, go down to the engine lifter.
Just on posting now, I'd like to introduce you to John Roberts, one of our quality people.
You know, we just go through, we check every car, we make sure the people down there are doing their jobs right, which they all do. You know, they're a great bunch of guys here, and all my gate guys, great people to work with, work well. It's going to be a place we're going to miss. I've made a lot of friends here, and I've been here for 29 years, and I've seen a lot of changes in this place, and it's a great company to work for, and I'm very proud to be a Mitsubishi employee in it.
Yeah, I'm Paul Mavris, working in FTC. I'm the manager here in FTC. I'd like to introduce you to our group here.
Bob Case, I started the firm as an apprentice in 1967. Been with the firm for 41 years. Worked in various departments of the plant, from press shop through to experimental.
We've got Scott Bridges, Sean Howell.
Bob Finlay. Part of the team in FTC. Working with Paul and Sean and the rest of the boys lucky to work with them.
I'm Jenny. I've been helping with trying to find out where damage is coming from and trying to find fixes to stop it from reoccurring, and I've had a lot of support from all the people on the shop floor.
Yeah, it's been a great group to work for. We've all really enjoyed working for Mitsubishi. It's been a great company. They've looked after us for many years.
Hi, I'm James Skliffoff. I'm the Senior Section Manager for Quality Assurance. The role of my area is to assure the quality for our customers. We do this by undertaking 700 plus checks of the vehicle. These include dynamic checks, static checks and visual checks, and we also audit processes within all of manufacturing to ensure those processes are being undertaken in a correct manner.
Station 5 on the inspection line, that's our first station where we check for paint defects and paint damage. We have one inspector. Here's a time cycle of roughly 7 minutes. Here at Station 7 on the inspection line, the paint defects that are written up on Station 5 are rectified here, if they can be. If they're too heavy, then they're fixed later on in the paint rectification booth. Station 10 on the inspection line, this is where they have the final quality gate. They check some interior functions, such as radio, dash lights, that type of thing, and basically buy off the vehicle assembly build process here.
Been here 21 years. I'm a paint inspector. I fully check the paint defects that's coming down from the others and make sure that it's full 100% quality leaving this inspection line.
What you just saw then was the BSR test. It's our rattle track. Basically they're checking for any rattles, squeaks, anything like that that may occur during the process as you go over the bumps and the ropes, any loose bolts that may be rolling in the stop-start check, and they do a quick function check as well. Over here we rectify any vehicles that had an aircon failure.
Hi, my name's Peter Windle. I'm the leader trainer of the tester line. Car comes off the line, the operator's checking the spoke, crush bolt, detent, and preparing the car for the wheel aligner. And this gentleman's wheel aligning the car. At the moment he's doing the rear camber and toe. This is the roller test booth. What he's actually checking here is the speedo, brakes, ABS, SRS. At the moment he's adjusting his fog lights, which he's aiming for the middle or central line. And now the car's been water tested. Drive it up and stop it. And then he grabs his high ultraviolet light.
When the car gets delivered to us from water test, we do our final inspection in the QA area, buy-off area. We do a visual around the car, quick look. We go through all the paperwork that's on the vehicle, make sure everything's been signed off, all red box items have been stamped and checked. Then we do a full Promets electrical check to make sure all the electrical systems are A-OK. And then we just process the car and go through that system.
So welcome to our wax booth facilities. This is generally where the export cars get brought through. Our only export model at the moment is the New Zealand version of the 380. So when the cars come through this section here, we generally give them a final check over and then they get wrapped.
We've got some more financial advisors.
By now, most of the people would understand we have some corporate processes in place to track the business. I'm currently with Alan Harrison, Business Unit Manager for Employee Relations for Manufacturing. Alan provides a strong link back to corporate office. So, Alan, you may want to explain a little bit about what you're doing and what roles your people perform.
Yeah, okay, Nick. First of all, I've got Peter Bazanko. He's our Health and Safety Coordinator for Manufacturing. We've got Leslie Marsh, who's our Health and Safety Advisor, and I've got for Manufacturing, and Chris Cliffle, he's part of our Training and Development team. I guess what we do, we're a small team, but we have quite a wide range of responsibilities, especially in relation to health and safety for the whole of the plant. All our employees, we provide advice to our managers, and of course we report directly to Nick. In relation to training and development, also we're responsible for all the training of all our employees, and that's right from trades, non-trades, technical and management. So we're a small group, but we have a lot of responsibility. At the moment we're working through Project Rebound, and that's for the redundancy and the closure of Tonsley Park, and we're developing the schedules and the process to put all our employees through Project Rebound to ensure that they get to know all the options and all the opportunities to seek further employment outside of Mitsubishi.
One of the activities that needs to be performed in this plant is the way we track and manage our new model projects. For this, I have my manager, Mr. Graham Hancock, who's new model projects manager. Graham, maybe you want to share some of the role that you perform and the activities that you perform within the plant to help us track how we achieve our projects.
Yes, where to start? A new model project probably starts 4 years before it's launched into production, right from the styling and the clay model stage. It's a lot of money, and how well that's performed is what's delivered to Nick as far as the production process. So it's very important to make sure that everything that is delivered properly, on time and within budget. And that overall responsibility belongs in my little court. I think we did it very well for PS41, probably the best one we've ever launched as far as what we handed to production. But basically that is the overall role, controlling the introduction and the transition into production of new models.
You had some understanding of the corporate functions that we have within our organisation. One of those functions is the finance arm, which you have met already. The manager of that area is Lindsay Stark. I also have to have some people that can guide me when it comes to spending, cost controls and budgets. It is very critical that we have this policeman in place. With me I have Steve Linsemeyer, who is my budgets manager for the manufacturing group. Steve, you may want to introduce some of the members and the roles that they perform within our group.
Mm-hmm. No worries, thanks Nick. Yeah, we're only a small team. It's myself, I have two analysts underneath me. I'll send you over here. This is Malcolm Telford.
Hello.
He's one of my analysts and doing a bloody good job.
Thank you.
What do you normally do, Malcolm?
Well, I'll look at things like D&T, and I'll try to find out, which department's actually responsible for the most D&T on a monthly and daily basis.
Basically, I guess we'd keep tabs on the heartbeat, and if the company's going astray in some particular area, we'll let them know and give them some recommendations on how they can get their costs back under track. So, our other analyst is over here. This is Gagan Kumar. He is also one of my analysts, and he also has a dual role as the business analyst for all of manufacturing. So whenever anyone wants a new phone or new software on their computer, they need to come and see Gagan. And
by now you would have gained a good understanding of the processes that we employ within the plant. The question you might ask yourself is very clearly, how do we make all that happen in terms of equipment and processes? With me this morning I have Alan Mills, who is the Facility Engineering Manager. He has a fairly large group of people, but it's best that Alan explains that to you.
Okay, thanks Nick. Look, I think we all know there's a range of different departments here at MMA, all doing different yet important functions. We've got sales and marketing, we've got research and development, HR, finance, production, budgets and labour, and probably some I've forgotten to mention. However, I've got to make it quite clear to you this morning, there is one department, this department, the Facility Engineering Department, that provides the vital site-wide infrastructure that allows the rest of those departments to get on with their jobs. It doesn't matter whether it's the project management of a multi-million-dollar facility upgrade or fixing a leak in the roof, whether it's the repair of a vital complex piece of production equipment or replacing a light bulb in administration, whether it's project managing all of our fire suppression systems or whether it's mowing the lawn, right? It's this group, right, that does that job. And when it comes to the installation, maintenance and upkeep of our plant, equipment, buildings and grounds, no job is too big and no job is too small, right? Of course, none of this can happen without the great team of people that make up this group. We've got tradesmen, trades assistants, engineers, administration and support staff and fabricators, all of them bringing together the vital big group of skills that we need in order to do our job. They're a fantastic group of professionals and a fantastic group of characters. Morning, Tim.
Morning, Alan.
I'm here with Tim Fletcher. Tim's one of our fabricators down here at Mitsubishi. Hey, Tim, you want to tell us a little bit about your life here at Mitsubishi and I think some of your family members as well?
Yeah, well, my old man was here for 45 years. My brother's here for 23. I've been here for 22, so a big part of my family life has been here, and probably also say that big family life here with the workers I've got as well. You know, it's just a big, happy environment.
Right, we're here down on line 0 with a couple of our mechanical guys, Millard and Tony.
Well, I've been here 19 years. I enjoyed it here. Great people to work with. No problem. This place, great. Sorry it's closing. Everybody's going to miss each other in this place.
Yeah, it's a good team, isn't it?
It is. Very good team.
How you going, fellas?
Good.
Not too bad, thanks.
I'm trying to make this fit. It's not working well.
Hey, you've had a bit of a long history with Mitsubishi. How long have you been here?
40 years. Yep.
And what are your different jobs been in that time?
Well, mainly jig maintenance for 35 years. Other than that, I've been an apprentice.
Yep. 35 years on jig maintenance. That must get boring.
No, it's always interesting. There's always something new to do because making specialised tools to help production out.
So how long have you been here?
22 years.
22 years?
Long time.
And you love the place?
Yeah, and I miss it.
Bill has been here for as long as I can remember. When I was a boy and started here, he was still here. Right? How long have you been here, Bill?
I've been here for 40 years now.
And predominantly working in this part of the plant?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you recall? What's one of the biggest, perhaps, jobs that we've taken on in the time you've been here?
Well, the biggest job in this area would be when they replaced this chassis line over here. This used to be a floor-mounted one, and they pulled the whole area out and put the new overhead storage.
And how long did they give you to do that?
Well, it was 3 weeks. It was amazing. I left here on a Friday night just before knock-off, and I went home and I was thinking, I wonder how far they'll get. And I come in here the next morning, Saturday morning, and the place was empty, absolutely empty. It was amazing.
And you guys had 3 weeks to put in the new system and get it going?
We had 3 weeks.
G'day, I'm Ros Sayers, previously Business Unit Manager of Maintenance and Engineering for the Facility Engineering Group. Wishing everyone the best and hope you have a bright and sunny future.
In our quest to constantly improve product quality, and you've heard Dave Tansel talk about the very good arms survey score, we need to have in place good quality assurance processes and, more importantly, good manufacturing processes. With me today I have Mr. Peter Angrave, who is the Manager for Quality Assurance and Production Engineering.
Thanks, Nick. I've got my group with me here at the table. This is our normal meeting area when we have joint meetings. The quality engineers and the production engineers get involved right up front during the design-in phase, so we work out the strategies for how we're going to create quality within the company as we build the product.
G'day, I'm Chris. I look after the stamping and tool design group. We've got production engineers that are continually looking at improvements on the line. This is the home of our production engineering team, and this is one of our team members, Malcolm White. He's been here 39 years. Malcolm does all the tool design for all the tools for the press lines.
Hello, my name's Brian Dash. I've been at Mitsubishi for 31 years. I'm currently production engineer looking after line 0 in the stamping plant.
My name's Rowan Clark. I'm the manager of production engineering in the body shop. We have some tool designers, some production engineers, some welding engineers and electrical engineers. Our job is basically to get the parts from Chris's group as child parts, put them all together and build a body. We have a lot of automation and facilities that we look after, and we're a support group to production.
G'day, my name's Darryl Holland and I've been here for 23 years, began as an apprentice fitter and turner and been in production engineering for the last 7 years, and I find the work really interesting.
Yeah, g'day, I'm Danny Howell and I've been here for about 12 years. My job is tool designer for the body weld shop. It's been absolutely fantastic working here, and I've really enjoyed it.
Hi, I'm John. I'm Supplier Quality Assurance, and Supplier Quality Assurance, we're the filter between the suppliers and the company.
I'm Tony Nash. I'm the Senior Quality Engineer here. This is my work group. I've been here for 41 years. I've worked up through the quality group.
G'day, my name's Peter Page. I worked for Mitsubishi for 41 years, and I'll be very sad when the company closes, because being here so long, seeing all the different models being made.
Hello, my name's Andrew Pearson. I've been with the company for 26 years now. I started off on the production line, moved into production supervision, and for the last 5 years I've been involved in quality engineering.
Hi everyone, Rob Turner, Manager of Special Projects. Currently working on the document retention and access for the company, setting up another new group to gather all those documents as the company winds up its production.
I'm Mark, a vehicle assembly, production engineering and paint. We take the body in white, put it through the paint process, then take the painted body and determine all of the assembly processes, all the equipment and tools and facilities required.
G'day, my name's Mick Barkell. I've worked here for 42 years. I started as an apprentice motor trimmer and worked in various departments and ended up becoming a production engineer when they outsourced the seats.
G'day, my name is Chris Victor. I'm a production engineer for vehicle assembly, paint and logistics. I've been at this company since 1988 and I've worked in various departments from Lonsdale to stamping through to paint the body weld shop and currently in vehicle assembly group.
My name's Paul Kane. I'm the business manager of Seaver Logistics. We work on the site with Mitsubishi hand in hand, receiving all the parts and then picking them and delivering them to the line so the cars can be made without any shortages or problems there. We've got a crew of about 50 people on this site, and a lot of those people are ex-Mitsubishi employees, such as myself. I had 35 years with the company before I went over to Seaver. But this is our headquarters, if you like, on this site. Marty Barwick, who's our engineer. Turn around and say hi, Marty. And Debbie, who's HR person over there, helps us out with all the things that happen. Brian Matthews over to the right there. Brian looks after Matrix, which is our transport system for bringing all the parts in and controlling the trucks.
I drive up and down the line all day, delivering the parts to the line and make sure the line doesn't stop.
My name's Patrick, just work with Seaver from a deco, so having great fun here. Yeah, can't stop.
Dean Baxter. I've worked for Mitsubishi for 25 odd years in many areas, working in manufacture, came off the shop floor and ended up working in the quality department, looking after manufacturing quality, including SQA. After that 25 years, I was asked to come and work down here at QEK. QEK are an outsourced company for Mitsubishi, where we do all the servicing of their fleet and lease vehicles, all of their press vehicles and all their press trials and run-up of new vehicles. We also do their Series 3 work, which was the addition of mag wheels and spoilers and all of the other accessories for the Series 3. We've lost that work now, unfortunately. So we have roughly 14 to 18 people here at any given time working on the cars, getting them ready for delivery, doing all the registrations, then looking after them during their service intervals, and then at the end of that, defleeting them and getting them ready for auction.
I'm Chris Greck of ISS Facility Services. I'm the Regional Manager for Specialised Cleaning. ISS have been associated with Mitsubishi for the last 10 years. And in that time we've grown our services from what was predominantly cleaning into many services such as canteen, office support, waste management, pest control, hygiene services and many more. In this period we've seen the company grow from 3 employees to well over 50 employees, and I'd like to thank our employees for their skilled services and dedication over these years.
My name's Shane Cherubini. I've been working at Mitsubishi now for 26 years, employed by Mitsubishi for 25 years. I started off in the paint shop back in 1981 and progressively worked my way up through to the administration side of things, into bindery, into the printing operations and over to the computer room. This now is my area. I basically take care of all the mainframe printing, all the SAT printing, as well as some odds for the printing itself. 10 store stuff, which is dispatch and receiving of all goods for TNT and DHL. I also take care of all the data plates and compliance plates that come into the country for all the imported vehicles, as well as technical printing with all the drawings are kept and archived for various departments of the company. And as you can see, this is basically the area through here. It's been a good journey, and I've been working for ISS now for 12 months. They've been good enough to take me on board, and I've now continued to run with this with about 2 people.
Hi, my name's Trevor Lohman. I work for ISS Security. I've worked on this site here for 15 years, formerly working for Mitsubishi Security. My job entails checking all vehicles going in and out of site.
My name's David Conway. I'm one of a few general managers here in the sales and marketing department, so welcome to sales and marketing. There's not a lot of general managers here at the moment. They're all out selling cars, as there's a lot of other people in the place, but I've been with the company 18 years, worked all around the country, worked in Sydney, worked in Melbourne, and worked in Adelaide for the last 4 years. So fantastic place, Adelaide. Wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
Hi, I'm Greg Cook, National Sales Manager for Mitsubishi Motors. Worked around the country a bit for Mitsubishi Motors, and like my other colleague just before, sensational place to work, very supportive, and love the place.
Sharon Debling, Manager Customer Advocacy. I've been here 16, 18 years. I was in the IT division before coming to sales and marketing.
My name's Ray Tomlinson. I started out originally here back in 1980 working for Chrysler, and within 8 months or so I found myself working for Mitsubishi, who brought a whole range of employee improvements. Retrenchments were gone. We had surplus labour. We put in a lot of flexibilities, etc., down the plant. But in more recent years, a couple of years ago, I made a move to sales and marketing. And as much as the future's very bright for us, it's very sad to see the plant going.
By now, you would have gained a good understanding of our vehicle manufacturing process. Before we close this journey, let me briefly describe my thoughts and feelings to you about our company. Most people describe our environment as a factory, which has connotations of being a dirty environment. On the contrary, our plant has always been extremely clean, well organised and efficient. Furthermore, I have always considered our plant as a place where people learn and develop as individuals, and accordingly, we prefer it to be known as our learning environment. As you know, people attend our universities to acquire the necessary theoretical knowledge in a wide variety of disciplines, such as technical, management, chemical, human resource. Our organisations can be likened to a practical university where people can actually apply the university learnings in a practical sense, and where all the disciplines are covered under the one roof. In addition, it has provided enormous opportunities to all employees in the following ways: to develop as individuals, assisting them in realising their full potential, to acquire a broad range of skills and knowledge, to express their creativity, to be innovative, to take up challenges, to be part of a complex manufacturing process with a strong team-based culture, and realise a sense of achievement. Whilst the recent decision to cease manufacturing is indeed a sad one, and in no part should it be a reflection of its employees, we must move to capture the above qualities, as MMAL has been truly a great company. It has had great people, it has produced great cars, and has been truly a great learning environment. Thank you.
See you, Mitzi. See you, Mitzi.